Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I think I got a signal. I really am hoping that we can get this going here. How's the day? Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Vaughn, Greathouse. I'll give it a minute or two for everybody to come on in here. This is a very big topic that I definitely don't want you to miss out on, and it's kind of important. We're gonna be talking about diversity here. Okay, we got some likes coming in. Welcome, welcome. This one's definitely going to be a little more laid back. I think that's important from time to time, just to sit and hang and chat with each other in regards to some important topics as far as what we're thinking, because me keeping it straight, me keeping it honest with you is really that's what I build the business. I mean, not even business. That's just how I live. You talk to anybody, I just tell it how it is, and if you like it, great. If not, then I'm sorry. Change the channel. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what to expect 9 times out of 10. So I'm glad you could join. Glad you can join and be here. And on this beautiful Sunday night, if you're sitting in the bed, if you're driving in the car, if you're on the toilet, I don't care. If you're, with your loved one, share this one, because I want to hear. And this one, if you're watching this now, I really want for us to get on the same page and just type, send me your thoughts on this, and we'll break it down, because this is a topic that I have not been able to get away from, and I'm gonna go through that. So give me a couple minutes here. I'm gonna grab a water really fast, and then we're gonna get right into it. Give me literally 5 seconds. Much better. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I got my water. I'm good now. Hey, we all family here. We are all family here. Thank you for showing up, man. It means the world to me. But in this video today, we. All right, see, I'm getting hot. Shh. All right, this is a big one. But today in this video, we're going to be trying to find. Try this over. All right. In this video, we're going to be going over if Grand Rapids is a diverse city, and it's coming up right now. For things to new and sights to see, you are now watching Live Great TV, and I am your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse. Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area and what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you take your finger, go below, hit that subscribe button, slap that notification bell, or at least just hit the like button, show some love, because I honestly love making these videos for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, I love helping you make that transition over to the West Michigan area. So that number, I believe, is right above or below in the description. That's my direct contact info. Yes, I'm the one who answers those calls and messages. So feel free to reach out with any comments, questions, or concerns. With that being said, let's get into the video. Today is a great day. I hope you have had an absolute wonderful weekend. I know, I had a great weekend. They had a festival here in Grand Rapids, which is really cool. They call it Breakaway Festival, and they call it breakaway, and from what I know of the story, they're breaking away from the normal cities. It's breakaway in different facets. So like you'll have they're breaking away from big cities. They're breaking away from the typical artists. They're put like it's a collaborative of different artists that they put together, and it's a unique experience. And it comes around once a year in Grand Rapids. I think since 2018 they started doing it here, and people love it. So it was a good time to get out and enjoy, time with friends and things like that. Listen to great music, get some food, and just enjoy the city. It kind of rained. So they had some like EDM artists. So they had Chain Smokers and DJ Snake and some big names like that. So it was a good experience. So I hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. But in this video specifically, we're going to get into the nitty gritty on, is Grand Rapids a diverse place to live? That is a question that ever since I started this channel, I believe that I started the channel about 2 years ago, like over the pandemic. And that has been, I kid you not, the number one question that I get. And why is that? It's probably because I got a tan. I don't know. It's probably because I just, people may look at me and say, wow, you know a lot about the city, you know about the area. Yes, I do. And I love living here personally. I'm just going to start off with my personal experience. We'll go into some data, and then I'll talk about my experience based on that data. So living here and growing up in the West Michigan area, and at any time, you guys, if you're watching this, feel free to, give me your opinion or your experience with the city. And I'll, we can kind of ping pong it, and I'll relay that, through this live. So, living in the West Michigan, one of the biggest things for me in creating who I've become, being able to accept different types of people and just living great, showing love, and just, how do I say it? It helps you become well-rounded in the aspect of not being so tunnel vision and being biased of what you like, but just being in front of people that are different than you. And it makes it so that you're accepting, and that no matter what environment I've been in, and just growing up, my personal experiences, I was taken into a lot of different groups growing up. I hung out with the rich kids. I hung around with the broke kids. I hung around with the white kids, the Asian kids, Mexican. It didn't matter. And the main thing that I look at a lot of times is character and the principles and traits of people that I encounter, and showing mutual respect. And I respect the differences in people. And I think that's why I enjoy, being in environments that that certain people just don't particularly like. I haven't found too many situations that I couldn't figure out, and maybe it's just who I am. But to an extent, as long as you're willing to, this is my personal thoughts, as long as you're respecting of people's differences and different dynamics, and you say, you know what, that is great for you. You know what I mean? That's awesome. I'm happy that you're happy. That is a real key to, just letting go of a lot of things and just ways of life that you try to think. So, Grand Rapids itself is a pretty diverse place. Now, in my opinion, are there more diverse places? Yeah. But the thing about it is, the places that I have been in my life that are more diverse are also more separated. So it was like, these people live over there. And yes, tribally, and as humans, we connect with people who are like us. And that's just human nature. So it's nothing we're going to get rid of. But at the same time, you may be considering Grand Rapids saying, wow, where are people that are like me? And that is the question that I like to get into as far as lifestyle. Being downtown in the downtown Grand Rapids area, we get to see a lot of festivals. We get to see a lot of events, and we get to see a lot of different leaders in their own respective communities come to town, and they draw a certain crowd. Literally, like and this is not to discriminate on anyone in any way. And disclaimer, this is just observations. Is that certain leaders bring certain types of people, and certain age groups of people are into certain things based on whatever it is that they do. And not to say that other people can't, and I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible, but at the same time, people who like shoes are like sneakers, for example. People who like sneakers hang around other people who like sneakers, and they have a certain energy about them that just say, oh, that's the sneaker crew. And or if it's people who like to cook, like, oh, that's the cooking crew. So when you're being downtown is kind of cool. It's just being downtown, I get to see that. And that's my only point, is that different strokes for different folks. And as long as people who reach out to me and say, hey, I need people who are in this type of who have this type of lifestyle, and that makes it much easier for me in respect, as a licensed real estate agent, to be able to show you different ways that that I see people are living, and say, you might like it here, try it out. You might like it there, try it out. Not to discriminate or hate on any side, just based on what you like. That's what you like. Perfect. You might want to check that out or make some recommendations. So that's just my 2 cents on it. If you guys feel any way about it, or you feel, any different, please let me know. But what I'd like to do next is go over to some data, and I don't want to keep you all night, but I definitely want to point out some of the things that are that may be substantial and important for you. No matter if you're coming here to build a business, or you're doing research in regards to just work, or you're an investor or anything like that. Whatever it is that you're looking for, let me know. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to do so. So let's go to my computer. This is a great site, and I will drop this link, the link to this. Let me see if I can put it in the chat really quick. If not, if I can't put it in the chat, what I will do is I'll put it in the link, the description. There we go. It made it. I'll put this in the description so you can kind of, follow along with me and just chew on it. So overall, we're looking at the population in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is a cool site. I saw this online. I was like, yes, this is it. So the population of 198,401 year over year, we saw a 0.67% growth in the Grand Rapids area. These are the senators. I don't know anything about that part. But the poverty rate is 20%, and we're seeing a decrease. So almost 4%, 3.85% decrease in poverty. And the median household income, $50,000, and it's growing 6%. That's pretty big deal in 1 year. The median property value in Grand Rapids is $143,400. Let me know when you find one at that price. I'll take 2. Anyways, the 2019 employed population, 102,000 out of 198, and that's pretty good. And then the median age, because Grand Rapids is a sort of a little college town, there's a lot of colleges in this area. We've seen an increase in the age, so we're getting older out here. Isn't everyone? But anyways, I just want to read through this portion here in regards to what they put, and then from there, I really want to hear what you have to say. I really want to know what you have to say about all this and what your experiences are. In 2019, Grand Rapids, Michigan had a population of 198,000 people with a median age of 31.4 and a median household income of $50,103. Between 2018 and 2019, the population grew 6.67%, which we just went over. Skipping down to the 5 largest ethnic groups in Grand Rapids, Michigan are white, non-Hispanic, which is 59%, Black or African American, non-Hispanic, which is 17.9%, Hispanic 8.9%, or other Hispanic 5.9%, and 2 plus non-Hispanic. I don't know what this stuff is. So Grand Rapids speak of non-English language. Oh, they're saying 4% of households speak non-English language. 92% of residents in Grand Rapids are U.S. citizens. The largest universities in Grand Rapids are Grand Rapids Community College. Shout out to GRCC. Calvin College or Calvin University and Cornerstone University. These are very prominent colleges in the Grand Rapids area that a lot of people really love. In 2019, the median property value, take that with a grain of salt, the property value, and we can get into that on another video. Anyways, just going into diversity here, Grand Rapids, Michigan, this is a lot of the same language here. So let's just go straight to race and ethnicity, because this is one I get quite a bit that people like to talk about. And, they say, Vaughn, is it, I'm African American. Is it, what's it like there? That's a question that I get. Or how is it living there, being African American or Black, what's it like? And, like I said, my direct answer to that is it depends on your lifestyle. It really does, because I can't put a race to the type of lifestyle that I live, because I have friends all over the spectrum, and you might too, who love to do the same type of things you do. And if you love to live great, that's what it's all about. End of the story. So let's just look at it. The 3 largest ethnic groups in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and this is them breaking down the 198,000, which is pretty cool. You're looking at white, non-Hispanic, 117,000. Let me see if I can zoom this in. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're good. Okay. White, non-Hispanic, 117,000. 2 Black or African American, 35,000 here. And then white, Hispanic, 16%. Hispanic population, 30,000. I'm trying to just kind of skim over this just so you guys can get a good idea. 16% Hispanic are the following. Now we're moving. So let me just give my thoughts on this data. It's pretty accurate. Now, in my experience living here, it is it's great because a lot of different people are into the same type of things. A few things that are prominent here. Let me just stop this sharing for a second. And I'm going to tell you some of the main things that are prominent here in the Grand Rapids area. Lake life, 100%. Boating and lake life. If you like boating and lake life, you will love it here. Outdoors things to do. If you love to be outdoors, you will thrive here. It's an excellent place for outdoors, whether you like biking, hiking, canoeing, camping, looking at the stars, going snowboarding, sledding, just going on nature walks, people watching type of thing, like just being out and about and being active, marathons, triathlon type of things. If you like that type of thing, you will love Grand Rapids. And another person asked me, based on, liking those outdoor, this is kind of like a rabbit trail, but he said, based on, we talked about it, and based on liking the outdoors things, is there a certain place to live where a lot of that is happening? And I say yes, and it's pretty much anywhere in West Michigan, and on the east side of Michigan as well, pretty much all over Michigan, because it's so naturey here, and people just love. Some people love. I talk to some people, and they love the cold, And some people just absolutely love snow. They like just going outside to the car and throwing a snowball in their mouth and, just, love the snow and making snow angels and things like that. Then you have people who are snowbirds who love the summertime, hate the winters, and they leave. And then the people who love winter just take over, and it's a great thing. So that's one thing I will point out. It really is going to depend on your lifestyle. Let's head back over to it. Heritage. So we're looking at heritage in the Grand Rapids area. If you're interested in this, I would definitely take that link, keep it, and do your own study. And this is just my interpretation of it. Foreign born in 2019, 21,000, which has gone up 0.4% year over year. And are there a lot of foreign population in Grand Rapids? Yes, there's foreign population in Grand Rapids, and they love it here. I mean, people who are foreign love it here too. So, age by nativity, median native born is 30, 31, and median foreign born. So it looks like older foreign people are moving to the Grand Rapids area as well. So, global diversity, citizenship in the area, 92%, 90, or citizenship's down year over year, 0.2%. Military veterans in the area, which is pretty cool. And how many served the Gulf War in the 90s. And I guess some of COVID cases and stuff. So I'm just kind of skimming through these insurance claims. This is actually a really good source. They have a lot of great data. Definitely check this out if you're doing your research. Household income and wages. The median is 50,000. Wage by race. So this gets really detailed in regards to the census data and how people are, making a living here. People love it here. So I just want to stop that down. So those are my personal thoughts and ideas on, living in Grand Rapids as someone who, who's been here for a while. I grew up here. I've lived in other areas. And it's always a good sense of home. And one thing I love about living here, and one thing I really enjoy about the Grand Rapids and just West Michigan and Michigan, well, I guess I should say West Michigan specifically, because I haven't experienced it anywhere else, is the friendly community that's here. And if you are moving here or you're considering it, do me a favor and please keep this culture alive. And because we rely on good people who move here, do the best you can to just be open and know that we're all different. We all have our differences, and respect it. Hey, you like cheese? I hate cheese, but cheese is good for you. Whatever. I'm just using that example, but at the same time, it really is that type of place. And for the most part, people here are just friendly, warm-hearted type of people. A lot of times people just don't mean any wrong. We're human. You know what I mean? So the best you can, show love and appreciation for the culture. Somebody waves at you, hey, how you doing? It's not gonna kill you to say hi to somebody. Maybe it'll make their day. Maybe you will make someone else's day. Maybe someone else will make your day. And I'm hoping I'm making your day, by watching this video and staying in step with me as I learn more about you, learn more about the area, and just share it with you, because it's my honor, my privilege to do so. I'm kind of running out of things to say here. I'm going to look in the chat. Looks like everybody's just kind of observing, which is cool. But that's pretty much my experience living in the West Michigan area. I love being here. I love leaving here, but I love coming back and just watching the city grow. It's not like many places that I've been to and visited. So I can only speak for my experience. I hope you're liking it too. Again, that's pretty much it. I'm going to take another drink of water and see if you guys have anything on your mind. But that really is my experience in the diversity of Grand Rapids. Now, let me get into this a little bit. quickly is there are great ways to find people who live like you in this area. And one of the ways to do so, and I'm really, kind of playing with the idea of, leading and getting into this type of thing, is things to do in the area in regards to your lifestyle. Because of the fact that people who move to a new area, move to a place they've never been before, they want to know where the people like them are, and how do we get into those things? There's a couple places you could check out. One is going to be Facebook Marketplace. It's a really great source. You can see where people, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but if people click on interested in this event, and then it'll come across your screen, and as you click on those links, I think the system kind of just shows you more of those things that are like that. Another place is meetup.com. And meetup.com is another place where they show all the type events that are going on in Grand Rapids. So if you're into sewing, if you're into hiking, if you're into real estate, if you're into food, whatever you like to do, there'll be different groups that you could sign up. And sometimes they're free. There's like wine and canvas groups that get together, people who like to paint. And you can go to these places. And since we have that friendly culture, getting out of the box, meeting people is definitely going to be your best bet at other people who are doing the same thing you're doing, that you might have something in common with, that you could, hey, let's just head out to Madcap and grab some coffee. Let's just go down to this concert. I heard Justin Bieber, or I heard that Dan and Shay, or Garth Brooks, or whoever is coming to town, and let's just go to the concert. Okay, cool. And you can just start to build your tribe, and based on the things you love to do. And that's a great thing about it here. A lot of people are accepting. I talked to another somebody actually from the channel who was like, hey Vaughn, I didn't know what it was going to be like moving from Chicago to Grand Rapids, but I literally moved here and made friends within a couple months. There was at the very beginning, he was like, I was into my job and getting everything rolling, and then before I know it, I was meeting people. And even today I was talking with some clients and some friends of mine actually, who were like, I made a friend. What did she say? I made a friend at the grocery store. Or they were talking. It was not a grocery store. It was like a home goods type of store. And her and her man were talking about something, and they joked, and then the people by them were laughing at their joke, and they ended up exchanging numbers right there in the middle of the store, and now they're hanging out. So, and I actually had to tell another story. Another realtor buddy of mine, his wife, who she's from another country, came out here to live with him, and met her best friend now at Meijer. She was a greeter. So it can happen. The culture here is really nice. And as long as you're warm-hearted and accepting, you're going to find someone that you click with and connect with. And that's the key, man, just to living great. Obviously, vetting people out, making sure they're good, be respectable and things like that. But just to meet people and just be kind-hearted, that's really the key when it comes. What they said, my mom used to tell me, if you want friends, you got to be a good friend. You want good friends, you got to be a good friend. So here we go. TT Mooney, how we doing, says, if everyone in Michigan has your mindsets, then it's a great place to go. I can't wait to move. My kids are up there because we really love diversity. Keep up the great work with the videos. Hey, shout out and thank you very much. So much for that. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna give it an air horn. I appreciate the love and everything that you're showing. Just connecting, watching these videos, and as long as we keep this culture moving, everybody can live great. There's plenty of room for everybody to live great because we all do it differently. You living great is different from me living great, and that's great. Like, that's fine. As long as we're having a great time. So I appreciate you for taking time out of your day on your Sunday night. We are all back to the grind tomorrow. It's Monday. So again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. That's really what I have. So we said we got Ruben here. Ruben in the house. Ruben Diego says, watching from Las Vegas. Thank you for always keeping us in the loop for information in GR. It is my pleasure. It is absolutely my pleasure to help you know more about this area as you're deciding where to move. It's a big deal for you. And as you're deciding, you need the good, the bad, the ugly, things you like, things you don't like. I might have to do a video on all the things I don't like about Grand Rapids, just so I could vent and, you know, keep it real. But some of the things I don't like, that's the cool part about it, is some of the things I don't like, you might love. And that's great too. So if that's the case, then I have to put that out for you, and then obviously remind you that, you know, not everybody's the same as you. So that's always cool. But yeah, that's really what I have for you today on this video. I hope that you enjoyed this, you know, information and presentation. Again, for things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV, and I'm your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse, and if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area and what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, slap that notification bell, or at least hit the like button so you won't miss out on all the brand new videos that I put out each and every week, because I love making these videos for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, I love helping you make that transition over to the West Michigan area. So that number in that email, I believe, is right up and right above and right in the description below. Schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I'm glad to hear from you. For any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out again. That's all I have for today. Until next time, we will see you on the next video.